Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, The Appalachian Home. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about everything you need to get started with sublimation. If you watch my channel, sublimation is something that I recently got into and I really love it. It's a really fun craft to do. You can also make a lot of items to sell using sublimation. So we're going to talk about everything you need to get started. I'm going to show you all the equipment that I use, all the tools that I use, all the materials that you're going to need to actually do sublimation, and also where I get all of my designs and programs that I use to create my own designs. Also, I will show you some materials that you can use for sublimation. All of these are easy to use and great for beginners if you're just starting out with sublimation projects. So first, I'm going to go over every piece of equipment that I use to do sublimation. First of all is my Epson printer. If you watched a video I posted a while back, I actually converted an Epson 2760 printer to do sublimation. You can buy brands like Epson on Amazon and eBay and convert them to sublimation, or you can buy an actual sublimation printer, such as a Sawgrass model from places like Heat Press Nation or US Cutter. The Epson was around $250 on eBay and usually runs between $3 or $3.50 on Amazon and Walmart. I do like this version because you can use whatever brand of sublimation ink you prefer, and the Sawgrass models run between $500 and $600 and recommend using their same brand Sawgrass inks, but no conversion is required with those printers. And you can buy standard size printers, which is what I use, like my Epson that prints 8.5 by 11, or you can buy a large scale printer that prints up to 13 inches by 19 inches. But these will cost between $1,000 and $1,600, and they right now are super hard to find in stock anywhere. To go along with your sublimation printer, you are going to need actual sublimation ink. Regular ink will not work for sublimation. I use this Cosmos brand ink because it yields such a vibrant design, and I get it from cosmosink.com. For 4 cartridges, it cost me around $40, but it has lasted me a super long time. There are other brands that work as well. You just need to do your research. Check what other people are using to get a good starting place for choosing your ink. Okay, so as far as sublimation paper, my favorite sublimation paper is A-Sub. You can get this a variety of different places. You can get it from the website. I'll leave a link for this. I do have a coupon code for this brand of paper. If you check the description box, you will find a code to receive 15 to 20% off of your order. So if you want to try this paper out, be sure to take advantage of that. And I use the 8.5 by 11 or the 8.5 by 14, which allows me a little more area to do larger projects. This paper also comes in different weights. I mostly use the 120 to 125 gram for my projects. Next up is my heat press, and this is one of my favorite pieces of equipment that I have purchased recently. A heat press is necessary if you're going to do sublimation. I have pressed sublimations with my Cricut Easy Press at times on projects, but I mostly use this StarCraft press, and I really love the StarCraft. I recommend at least starting with a 15-inch by 15-inch press if you're going with an actual heat press, and I'm so glad I didn't start smaller because I really have needed that space for my projects. You also need a press that can reach at least 400 degrees, as this is what most sublimation items call for to sublimate. You can choose models that swing away, raise up and down, or slide out depending on how much you want to spend. Some other items I always use for sublimation are butcher paper and heat tape. The paper protects the heat press from any ink transfer that may occur when you're pressing your items. You can also use it to layer under items like t-shirts or pillowcases to keep the ink from transferring below to the next layer. Heat tape I also use. It is heat resistant and it's not like regular tape, which will melt in your press. I use it to hold down my designs onto my blanks, and this brand I have here is Cricut brand, but Amazon also carries a brown brand which works the same. So now I'm going to show you some sublimation blanks that are great to start out with if you are new to sublimation. So all these products you can actually get from Amazon Some of these I got from Cricut because they have good sublimation t-shirts. But the first up are these Sublimation Signs. Now I'm going to use this for a wreath for Valentine's Day. They just come with a clear protective coat over this white part, and once you peel that back, these are ready to sublimate. Next are these Sublimation Towels, and these I did get from Amazon. These are just a waffle weave towel, and they have a really soft texture. I love these towels. I did not think I would like them because of the waffle pattern, but these work great. I love them. Next, my son has been wanting a soccer mouse pad, so I ordered these from Amazon. These are round mouse pads, perfect for sublimation. These are about 1/8 inch thick, and I pressed these at 400 degrees for about 40 seconds. I also have some pillow sham blanks. So I'm going to be using a Cricut brand 18 by 18 inch pillow cover, and this is good for sublimation as well. These pillow covers are so easy to do. They're great for beginners. I printed out 2 images to cover the entire pillowcase. I just used the longer 8.5 by 14 inch paper. I printed this off on Inkscape and I just taped it together. I just made sure not to cut through my design when I was printing, and that made sure that my image came out good. And last, we're going to be doing a t-shirt. This is specifically for sublimation. I know you probably see a lot of videos where you don't have to use polyester products for sublimation. I actually did a video where you can sublimate on wood using polyacrylic, and that's fine. But if you are a beginner starting sublimation, I definitely suggest you start with actual sublimation products to kind of get some practice and get familiar with everything you're doing before you move on to items that are not specifically made for sublimation, and that includes t-shirts. So today we're going to actually be using a 100% polyester t-shirt, and that is what works best with sublimation. Anything that has polyester or is fully polyester is what you want when you're working with sublimation. I like to lint roll my items such as t-shirts and cloth materials before I press sublimation. This removes any lint. I also like to pre-press my t-shirts to remove moisture. You can do this to towels as well. You also want to clean any of your items. You want to use a lint-free cloth before you press. So the first place I like to find my sublimations designs is Etsy. There are so many creative people that have really beautiful and original designs. You want to look for PNG or JPEG designs. You can definitely use SVGs, but Sublimation allows you just to get really detailed designs onto your materials. So that is what I look for. I just type in Sublimation Designs, or even more specifically Valentine's Sublimation Designs, to get a start. Or you could say designs for tumblers or designs for t-shirts. Just be as specific as you want to be. Another good place I use a lot is Creative Market. Most of their items are really high quality and they have some really neat designs as well. And finally, if you want to save money and create your own, which is what I do a lot, I have a few different programs I love to use. One, of course, is Cricut Design Space, and I have a video I just posted recently on how to create designs for sublimation there. I'll link it at the top of the screen. Design Space has images already there, so you can use those, and that is what I like about it. Another program that I use almost every day is Inkscape, and this one is great if you are starting with a completely fresh design from scratch, and also if you want to sell your own designs, this is where you want to start. You can export your designs as PNGs, or you can print them directly from your canvas here on this program. This program is free, so you can create completely free designs to use on your projects. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful and really enjoyed it. If you're not subscribed to my channel, I hope you will consider subscribing. If you have any questions about sublimation, definitely leave them in the comments and I will get back to those as soon as possible. And I will see you guys in the next video.